the matter with you?
Across the most remote corners of the USA lie wilderness zones steeped in darkness and mystery. From strange movements in the trees to unexplainable events, these hidden stories pull you into a world where fear waits around every corner. Haunted house that existed during the Civil War, the home where her friend and the family now live has a long and unusual history. It used to serve as the regional doctor's office, dating back to before the Civil War. Over the years, rumors and stories have circulated about the house, and according to what she has been told, it is a hotspot for paranormal activity. One night, during a particularly unsettling series of events, she captured the first few videos documenting what unfolded. The footage shows strange, unexplained occurrences, offering a glimpse into the intense and eerie happenings that seem to linger within the old walls. Possible fallen angel in Catalonia. Next is a clip often interpreted as an encounter with a fallen angel or something far darker. Filmed around 2006, the video includes audio and captions that offer a glimpse into the tense atmosphere as the group ventured deeper into the forest.
Es la última batería que me queda. Tío, es que esto va a flipar, ¿eh?
Como la cámara, tío, que desde aquí no ves.
Mira. Es que, tío, yo qué sé, tío, se llaman plumas, tío. ¿Más o no?
Segur que sentim soroll.
Home, tio, ja veus si sentim soroll. Des de fa rato que sentim soroll. Que sí, collons, que sí. Hòstia.
They came across several feathers on the ground, some unusually large. They weren't prepared for the sinister figure they were about to witness, a sight that forced them to flee in fear.
Escolta. Ho sents o no? Puta, tio! Ei, va, corre, corre!
A worker inside the cave can be seen making strange hand movements, almost as if he were speaking to someone. But here's the unsettling part. He was completely alone in that cave. So who or what was he talking to? Dementia or possession. TikTok user Nikki.Monsky uploaded a chilling piece of footage online. The video shows him sitting down and recording his grandmother, who reportedly has dementia, as she stands eerily upright in the middle of their living room. At one moment, Monsky's dog starts growling toward his grandmother, and since dogs are known to sense danger before humans do, the moment becomes even more unsettling. This was only the beginning of things getting worse. An object on the floor shifts by itself, and seconds later, another item drops as if an unseen force knocked it down.
Freaking me out. What is it?
The strange activity continued for Nicky Monsky, and on July 15th, he posted another video documenting the ongoing paranormal events in his home. Objects shift mysteriously across the floor, accompanied by faint, unexplained whispers, creating a tense and unnerving atmosphere.
Whoa.
Authorities received a report about a disturbance at a local residence. When they arrived, they were met with a scene far beyond their expectations.
Jezu, jak to ona tak warczy? Ja pierdzielę.
Egzorcyzmy, kurwa, tak?
No, totalnie.
Pierdolę, ja dostaję tylko 5000 zł, kurwa, tam. Idź pan do...
Uważaj.
Nie, no szkoda.
A wy ją widzicie w ogóle?
No nie.
The woman let out terrifying animalistic growls and other unearthly sounds. The officers proceeded carefully, each step measured as they attempted to calm her and bring her down.
Kamilka! Kamilciu! Chodź na dół, twoje dziecko cię woła. Chodź Kamilcia, dziecko cię woła. Kamilka! Wiktoria cię woła. Wiktoria cię woła.
Stranded hunter survives Bigfoot attack. The video tells the story of two indigenous friends who were hunting together in the mountains of Alberta, Canada, when they were suddenly attacked by a bipedal creature known in their culture as Wepia Mistyasai, or Walks Tall Forest Beast. The footage begins with Frank heading to the last known location of his friend after they lost contact with each other.
Dawn? Dawn? Shit, man.
Somewhere along the trail, he comes across a disturbing scene. The carcasses of several animals scattered across the ground, brutally torn apart. Suddenly, he gets a strong sense that he is being followed. Frank loads his rifle and fires a few warning shots into the darkness. For a brief moment, his flashlight reveals a humanoid-like creature just a few meters away, and chaos erupts immediately afterward. According to sources, the beast charged at Frank after he fired a shot that missed, knocking him unconscious. The creature then dragged him to a nearby snow ridge and tossed his body onto a shelter containing dead animal remains, presumably feeding on them. After regaining consciousness, Frank returned to the area where he and his friend Don had been hunting and recovered Don's hunting pack. As he continued moving through the dark forest, Frank stumbled upon a gravesite and found the body of a dead bipedal creature lying on top. Fortunately, Frank Wildchild survived to tell his story, supported by video footage documenting his escape through the rugged forest terrain at night. Tragically, his longtime friend and hunting partner, Donald Big Calf, was not as fortunate and was never seen again. Ghost haunts abandoned storage room. He ventured into an abandoned section of a building, documenting the entire exploration on camera. The air was cold and heavy, carrying the musty scent of decay. Shadows stretched across the walls, and strange echoes seemed to follow him as he moved.
voy a grabar porque estoy en mi trabajo y vine a dejar unas cosas, pero aquí siempre se escuchan cosas raras.
And when he finally reached a particular section of the building, he was startled by sudden noises coming from a flimsy object, as if something had been knocked over. His heart raced as he spun the camera toward the source, only to find that no one and nothing was there.
No mames, no mames. ¿Qué fue eso? No, no manches.
Woman explores hospital alone in the evening. This person was exploring a hospital alone late in the evening. What unfolds in this video is so unsettling, it will make anyone think twice before attempting something like this on their own.
Otra vez están escuchando muchos ruidos. Oigan, ¿de dónde viene ese ruido? Se escucha como que gritaran, como si hablaran. No es nadie. Se escucha que grita. Creo que es de acá. Oigan, hay veces que se oyen las sillas de ruedas que caminan, que hablan. ¿Qué podrá ser? Ay, ¿qué podrá ser? ¡Ay, no! ¿Qué es eso? ¡Ay, no! Ahora sí miré algo. No puede ser. No puede ser, ¿escucharon? Ahora sí sentí que alguien me tocó de verdad. Tengo que ir. No abre el pinche elevador. Les había dicho que se escucha mucho ruido. Voy a tener que ir por mi hija. ¡Abre! No abre. No está abriendo el elevador.
Appalachian entity caught on camera. A video uploaded by TikTok user TheMostMandy shows security camera footage from her home, capturing the unsettling presence of a humanoid figure lurking nearby. The figure seemed to be murmuring something. Although no one could clearly make out the words at first, many viewers claimed that in the opening seconds, it appeared to whisper, "Let me in." As the footage continued, the voice grew louder and more distinct, sending chills to anyone watching. Skinwalker on road. The video begins with two friends driving down a narrow road cutting through the middle of the woods late at night. The only light comes from their headlights, piercing through the darkness as they talk casually to each other.
We got on this road, right? It's called Burke Road.
Road!
Yeah, our friends told us about it.
It's like gate, man. Holy crap. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a facility.
Suddenly, their conversation comes to an abrupt stop when they spot an odd figure sitting in the middle of the road. Startled, they immediately slow down, trying to assess the situation and make sense of what they are seeing.
What? Dude, are you seeing that?
Yeah, bro, what?
Get out, dude. Oh my god.
Is it?
Oh
wait, no,
my-
yo, he might need help. That looks like a guy.
I think it's a person?
Yeah. He looks at...
Alright.
Hey, are you okay?
Confused, one of them rolls down the window and calls out several times, but the figure doesn't move or respond. It just sits there, completely still.
Yeah?
Don't get out, you insane?
He might need help. Hey, are you okay?
You alright? I don't know, I'm backing up a little bit.
The two exchange nervous glances, unsure of what they are looking at. Suddenly, the figure stands up. For a brief second, it is frozen under the glare of their headlights. Then it begins sprinting toward the car at full speed.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Go, go!
Panic sets in. The driver slams the accelerator and the camera shakes as they speed away into the night, their frightened voices filling the car.
Go, go, go!
Real ghost caught in school. While recording some drum tracks for his upcoming music, he wandered around the school where he was working. He had thought about filming a few vlogs, but the place looked terrifying, and the eerie atmosphere made it impossible to focus. In the end, he abandoned the idea and never recorded the vlogs. However, when he reviewed the footage he had captured, something appeared on camera that sent shivers down his spine.
Okay. I'm not doing this right. Okay. I can't even see myself.
Didn't see it? Let's slow down the footage again and be sure to look around the part near the stairs at the left. You'll see a transparent humanoid figure that appears for a brief moment before disappearing.
Okay. I can't even see myself. I don't know if this...
Woman's home haunted by ghost. This video shows a woman's home caught in the grip of unsettling paranormal events. Proceed with caution if you're easily spooked. Bushcrawler sighting. On October 22nd, 2016, a young man arrived home after a late night out drinking at a local bar. Normally, when he gets home, he is greeted by the loud, demanding squawks of his pet birds. But on this night, the birds were eerily silent. Thinking it might be a local opossum that often wandered into the yard, he approached with his camera rolling, intending to make a comedic Vine video of the situation. What the unsuspecting man discovered was not an opossum.
What's the matter with you?
The footage was slowed down so the creature could be examined more closely, revealing a figure that slowly resembled a skinwalker with a pale face and glowing eyes, even though only half of its body was visible. Demon's hand appears on chalk. This man had been witnessing strange paranormal events in his home and finally decided to bring them to light. He placed a large chunk of chalk-like substance on the floor, and as he carefully observed it with his camera, something incredibly unsettling occurred, leaving him shaken and questioning what he had just seen.
Bueno, pues aquí puse la harina así esparcida en toda la entrada del Apple.
The waving Japanese women in red. An old piece of footage long circulated across the internet shows a Japanese woman in a red dress waving at the person recording. But then, in a sudden and chilling moment, something completely unexpected happened. From baiting squeaky Bigfoots to shocking celebrities' encounters with them, here are the scariest times cryptids showed up on camera. The following video was recorded in 2009 by Michael Green's thermal camera. Michael was a known Bigfoot hunter, so he's always on the look for these creatures. And when he found out, that an area in North Carolina had been known for multiple sightings, he knew exactly where to set up his cameras. And this is exactly how he managed to get his hands on this footage. A figure can be seen appearing, then swaying away multiple times on the camera before vanishing completely. Now, this whole encounter lasted about 3 minutes, and according to Green, it was the best night of his life. But if you think the figure, or Bigfoot in this instance, just randomly appeared, then you're wrong, because Bigfoot had actually been lured in by Michael. He just didn't know if it was really going to work or not. And that's the main reason it was named Squeaky. Among the items intended to pique its curiosity were squeakable bath toys, including a rubber ducky. Various toys were moved repeatedly on the stump and occasionally taken. Some were later found deep in the woods. Now, the footage was later analyzed by many experts, most of whom came to the conclusion that the chances of the creature being a Bigfoot were very high. The behavior is interesting, seeing the figure creep up and then sway. The problem is that there is nothing for scale, and I haven't seen a recreation for comparison. The footage cannot really indicate size of the figure. And it wasn't just the experts. Every skeptic who was watching the clips had the same thoughts. If I remember correctly, Mike set out some food, peanut butter I think, on a log, set up the camera, unfortunately not quite focused correctly, and then left the scene for a couple of hours. The creature approached the food like it was being observed the whole time, even though it probably knew there was nobody around. That gives a clue to just how stealthy they behave, even when nobody is around. And it's no surprise that the appearance of Bigfoot happened in that area, because North Carolina has somehow become a hub for Bigfoot sightings. Multiple reports have come from that area, from the 1990s to recent months. In fact, in 2010, there was another strange encounter reported by a man. He claimed to have seen a 10 feet tall figure who came out of the woods and walked past him. No camera footage that time, but the report was eerily similar to others from the same area. So, whether you believe in Bigfoot or not, there's definitely something weird going on in those woods. And if this thermal footage really is legit, then Squeaky might just be the clearest peek we've ever gotten at one of these creatures. Anna Marie Goddard is an American model and actor, and when she went out to the Redwoods in Northern California for a shoot, she had no idea what she would be witnessing. It was late at night, and just when Anna and her crew were partying, they saw something nearby. This is what their camera recorded. A huge figure in the dark, pretty close to the camera, was passing by, probably busy in its own thoughts. Now, neither Anna nor the crew told anyone about it, but a couple of years later, when she went on a TV show, she revealed what had actually happened.
Come on, Jay, that's not a bear. That's not a gorilla or whatsoever. That's something different. That's Bigfoot.
Now, did the guys go out and chase after this?
Yeah, the guy with the camera went after it, and then two other guys.
And did they catch it?
No, they didn't catch it. It was dark, it was raining, it was really terrible. And
According to Anna herself, she had the video checked by multiple cryptozoologists, and all of them were certain that what she and her crew had witnessed was indeed a living, breathing Bigfoot. Still, the clip caused a lot of controversy, with many claiming that it was a publicity stunt. But Anna seemed credible to many as well. And then there's also the fact that it was filmed in California, one of the biggest hotspots for Bigfoot sightings in the entire country. According to the BFRO, California has had hundreds of reports over the decades, especially around the redwoods. And a lot of those encounters happened way before viral clips or social media even existed. So yeah, maybe it was a stunt, maybe it wasn't. But if you ask me, the footage feels too raw to be fake. No dramatic buildup, no shaky reaction, no one screaming for views. Just a tall, shadowy figure moving through the trees like it's done that 100 times before. And considering it was filmed during a random photo shoot in the middle of nowhere, there's something oddly believable about it. An unknown video was uploaded to the internet, and it had people in shock. Where many couldn't believe their eyes, others started believing in something they had considered just a legend until then. This is what the video showed. It might be too blurry, but it's quite clear that a whitish, slender figure appears and disappears from the screen in a second. And in those few seconds, people knew what it was: the rake. And just a couple of days later, the creature was going viral again. But these weren't the only times this creature was ever seen. The history of the rake goes all the way back to the 1690s, when a mariner's log contained these exact words: "He came to me in my sleep. From the foot of my bed, I sensation. He took everything. We must return to England. We shall not return here again at the request of the rake." But since there were no pictures or cameras back then, the rake became a legend, a humanoid creature, about 6 feet tall when standing, but usually crouching, walking on all fours. It has very pale skin. Its face is blank. No nose, no mouth. And sure, you can call it a creepypasta, but then how do you explain what happened in Maryland? It was the Forest Haven Asylum, which has been closed for years now. I had wandered off from my friends, and while on a path, I looked to my right, and about 30 feet from me, under the light of a lamppost, I saw it. I saw a pale creature that was huge. It had long limbs and was walking on all fours like a crab walk that a human does. Its head was faced toward the ground, and I saw its tongue sticking out. Its head was moving side to side like nothing I've ever seen before. I was so scared I took off running, and that's the last I saw of it. Ever since, I have told this true story, and I swear it's the rake that I saw. Still, no one could ever prove anything. No photos, no videos. But everyone who talked about it described the same thing and the same feeling. In 1972, Kerry Walton was visiting an abandoned building in Wagga Wagga, Australia, when he noticed something beneath the floorboards. His immediate thought was that it might be a child's body, but as he got closer, he discovered it was a doll. He later named it Letta Me Out. And Letta isn't just a doll. It's considered one of the most haunted dolls in the world.
Has he affected other people the same way?
Oh, lots of people. How many people like him?
Since then, this wooden doll has appeared on multiple TV shows, and the creepiest part? The doll has real human hair and glass eyes. Believed to be over 200 years old and of Eastern European origin, Letta has been associated with numerous unexplained phenomena. Witnesses report immediately feeling uneasy as soon as they get close to the doll, and it's not just humans who react. Even animals seem disturbed by it.
Predicting gypsies.
It frightened me. You know, put the wind right up me. And then after I'd settled down a bit and realised what it was.
Psychics suggest Letta is inhabited by the spirit of a boy who drowned, and that the doll was crafted in his likeness. Despite multiple offers to sell it, Kerry has held on to Letta, saying he feels an inexplicable bond with it. If you've heard of a faceless figure roaming the roads at night, glowing green and terrifying anyone who crosses his path, you're not alone. Locals in western Pennsylvania called him Charlie No Face, or the Green Man. But unlike most urban legends, this one is rooted in truth, because Charlie No Face was very real. Raymond Robinson was born in 1910 in Beaver County, Pennsylvania. At just 8 years old, he suffered a horrific accident while climbing a power line, which resulted in the loss of his eyes, nose, and right arm. To avoid frightening people with his appearance, Ray took to walking alone at night along Route 351, using a walking stick to guide him. And as this info came to light, people started wondering, imagine being such a nice guy that you walk alone at night not wanting to scare people, and everyone starts calling you fucking No Face. Yeesh. Over time, his nightly walks became the stuff of legend. Teenagers would drive the roads hoping to catch a glimpse of the mysterious figure. Some encounters were kind, offering Ray beer or cigarettes, while others were cruel. Despite it all, Ray continued his solitary walks for decades, becoming both a local fixture and, eventually, a myth. Ray passed away in 1985, but his story lives on, a poignant reminder of how real people can become twisted into urban legend. Back in the late 1970s, a quiet home at 284 Green Street in Enfield, North London, became ground zero for what would go on to become one of the most well-documented and debated hauntings in history. It all started in August 1977. Peggy Hodgson, a single mother of 4, called authorities claiming that her daughters, Janet, 11, and Margaret, 13, were hearing strange knocks coming from the walls. Chairs started sliding across the room on their own. Toys were flung around violently, and people swore the girls levitated in the air. Here's where things get creepy. A police officer witnessed a chair move without anyone touching it. Journalists from the Daily Mirror tried capturing it on film, and 2 paranormal investigators, Maurice Gross and Guy Lyon Playfair, from the Society for Psychical Research, spent over a year in the house, documenting more than 2,000 incidents. And this wasn't it, because during the investigations, they actually managed to record Janet being possessed.
I wonder, do you think there's anyone there just now?
Yeah, I do.
Who's that?
What?
Who's that, Janet?
Pardon? Stuart. Sam.
Even years later, she claimed that while a couple of things were faked, the majority of what happened in that house was real. The haunting-inspired books, TV specials, and even The Conjuring 2, which was loosely based on the case. But separating fact from fiction, that's still up for debate. Some call it the greatest poltergeist hoax of all time. Others believe it was a rare and terrifying example of real paranormal activity. Either way, the Enfield poltergeist has become a textbook case in modern ghost lore. And even today, over 45 years later, people are still asking the same question. Was it real? There are times when we see things the mind just refuses to accept as real. For instance, seeing a light above the clouds as if someone is holding a torch or something. But it's not UFOs or aliens or witches or whatever. This is rather a pretty common phenomenon, just not known by a lot of people. Crown flash. A crown flash is a rare meteorological event that occurs when sunlight reflects off or refracts through tiny ice crystals suspended above the crown of a cumulonimbus cloud. These ice crystals align, due to the strong electric fields around the cloud, creating beams or pillars of light that can appear to dance or shift rapidly. The effect is often described as aurora-like streamers emanating into the clear atmosphere. The first scientific description of the crown flash phenomenon appeared in the journal Monthly Weather Review in 1885. Since then, numerous videos have surfaced, capturing this elusive spectacle. One notable instance occurred in 2021 when a crown flash was observed over Miami, Florida. A video captured the event, showcasing the rapid movement and shifting light patterns characteristic of a crown flash. While the crown flash is a natural occurrence, its rarity and the dramatic light displays it produces have led some to speculate about its origins. We actually looked at this creature on the channel before, but it wasn't until recently that I finally found its proper name, the Montauk Monster. Back in 2008, a strange carcass washed up on a beach in Montauk, New York. At first, people were baffled. What kind of animal could this be? It didn't look like anything familiar. Here's what the picture showed. The creature looked like a hairless, almost grotesque animal with a long snout and sharp teeth. Its strange, bloated appearance and missing fur made it look like a monster straight out of a horror movie. Scientists and experts quickly weighed in with theories. Some said it was a decomposed raccoon. Others guessed it might be a turtle or a dog carcass distorted by the sea. The odd shape and damage made it hard to identify for sure. Interestingly, the Montauk Monster sparked a ton of internet buzz, conspiracy theories, and local legends, with some claiming it was a secret government experiment gone wrong. But realistically, it's probably just a decomposed animal caught in the tides, looking far more terrifying than it actually was. And then in 2024, another animal with sharp similarities was caught by a fisherman in Ontario. For locals, it's a strange predator that feeds on beavers. Some cryptozoologists pointed out that it looks like a mink, but whether it was related to the Montauk Monster or if it was some other creature, that question remains unanswered. Throughout history, many cultures have passed down legends, and so this legend goes. On April 26, 1890, the Tombstone Epitaph published an incredible article about 6 gunslingers shooting the Tombstone Thunderbird right out of the sky. 126 years later, the legend lives on. Thunderbirds are giant birds from Native American folklore, so massive and powerful that their wings are said to create thunder when they flap. But here's the wild part. People have been reporting real-life sightings of these creatures for decades. Witnesses describe huge birds with wingspans sometimes over 20 feet, way bigger than any known eagle or condor. They often say the birds have an eerie presence, soaring silently or making deep, thunderous sounds in the sky. Scientists and ornithologists usually explain these sightings as misidentified large birds, like pelicans or oversized eagles, but no known bird matches the size or behavior described in Thunderbird reports. What really fascinates me is how these sightings tie into indigenous stories that have been passed down for centuries, showing how folklore and eyewitness accounts sometimes overlap in mysterious ways. Are Thunderbirds real? Hard to say, but these sightings keep the legend alive and make you wonder if some ancient, giant creatures still fly above us today. Forget those grainy photos of blurry lights in the sky. This Dutchman just captured undeniable proof of extraterrestrials. Well, almost. This Dutch homeowner, initially dismissing the unknown flying object sighting that he saw before as a possible airplane due to the nearby airfield, became curious when he heard unusual sounds during a thunderstorm. In the video, venturing outside to investigate the sounds, he felt a sense of being followed, though no one was visible. As he explored the bushes, he caught sight of a strange creature lurking nearby. Slowing down the clip he captured, we can see that this creature looks like a humanoid with a pig-like face. After being spotted, the creature seemed startled and quickly vanished from sight. The homeowner's conclusion that this creature may be related to the earlier sighting suggests a connection between the two phenomena. Sure, the idea of alien life might raise a few eyebrows, but tales like these make you wonder, don't they? Who knows what lies beyond our earthly realm? Ever glanced at the sky and had that sinking feeling that doomsday might be upon us? Well, brace yourselves, because this video aims to give you a taste of just that. This unsettling footage comes all the way from Michigan and was captured by a family who were, let's just say, thoroughly freaked out. In the video they recorded, we can see multiple smoky trails streak across the sky, seemingly descending towards the ground. It's like something out of a movie. Fireballs raining down from the heavens. There are 5, maybe 6 of these trails, stretching from high above all the way down near the horizon. So what exactly caused this unsettling display? Online theories have been flying faster than those smoky trails. Some believe it could be debris from a destroyed aircraft. Others say parts of a rocket. And a few even went as far as suggesting alien activity. Now, let's get a little scientific here. While those theories are certainly out there, the most likely explanation is a meteor shower. Meteors, also known as shooting stars, heat up as they enter Earth's atmosphere, creating the glowing trails we see. Even though it's a natural phenomenon, there's no denying the eerie feeling this video evokes. This next video will have you locking your doors and checking the windows twice. A homeowner in his own neighborhood stumbled upon something straight out of a nightmare.
Dude, what the fuck is that? Dude, look through the night vision. Look on the screen. See what is that? Hello? Hey, who is that?
This footage shows a homeowner venturing out to investigate strange screams echoing outside his house. As he cautiously prowls the neighborhood, his camera captures a mysterious figure lurking in the distance. Despite the homeowner's attempts to communicate, the figure remains silent, ominously darting across the street. Suddenly, the air is pierced by a blood-curdling scream.
It's tripping me out, dude.
Sending shivers down the homeowner's spine, who wastes no time in hightailing it out of there with his camera in tow. What's truly unnerving is that the entity captured on camera bears no resemblance to anything we've ever seen before. Its spectral appearance suggests something otherworldly, perhaps a ghost or a spirit. After witnessing this spine-chilling encounter, it's safe to say that investigating strange noises in the dead of night is off the table for me. Ever wondered what it'd be like to see a real-life flying person? Not the kind in cheesy superhero movies, mind you, but something a whole lot more unsettling.
Lindsay, come here.
This unsettling footage, captured in Maryhill, has gone viral, leaving both locals and internet users bewildered. In the clip, you'll see this figure up high, looking just like a person. It's got a shape that seems to have a head, arms, and legs, all covered in what looks like a big billowing cloak. And it's zipping through the sky at a pretty fast pace, leaving everyone scratching their heads. Now, if I had to take a guess, it could be some sort of fancy drone made to look like a person, maybe to freak people out or pull a prank. Or it might just be one of those huge kites that look like a person, but are really just made of paper. Either way, whether it's a drone or a kite, seeing something like that flying around would give anyone the creeps. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Imagine you're enjoying a peaceful afternoon in your backyard, soaking up the sunshine, when suddenly you spot something straight out of a horror movie, a half-eaten, zombie-like bug. That's exactly what this next video brings. This unsettling scene was captured by a homeowner in his backyard, where he stumbled upon a cicada that looked like it had seen better days. With its body torn open and its internal organs nowhere to be found, you'd think this cicada would be down for the count. But nope, it's still kicking, or rather walking, as if nothing's wrong. Now people on the internet are screaming zombie virus left and right. But let me tell you, the reality is even creepier. Turns out, this unfortunate cicada has fallen victim to the Massospora virus, a parasite that consumes it from the inside out, then manipulates its behavior to drive it to mate. Yep, you heard that right. This poor cicadae is now unwittingly playing wingman, trying to attract mates despite its less than attractive appearance. But hey, I don't think anyone's lining up to swipe right on this cicada anytime soon. Good luck finding a mate, buddy. You're gonna need it. If zombie bugs weren't enough to creep you out, this zombie fish will definitely raise your eyebrows. This isn't your typical sushi nightmare. This fish in an aquarium, it's missing a good chunk of its body, but it's swimming around like nothing phases it. Like someone took a giant bite. We can see right into its flesh. Also, its mouth is still working, and it's navigating the tank with no problem. It's pretty bizarre to see an animal seemingly function normally while missing a significant portion of its body. Like 20% missing. No big deal. Apparently, this isn't an isolated incident. There have been reports of fish in Thailand surviving for months with half their bodies gone. Talk about resilience. It seems these fish have a remarkable ability to adapt to injuries. While this fish might look like it came back from the dead, it's all thanks to some impressive biological adaptations. Still, it's a pretty wild sight, wouldn't you say? If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. This next clip, captured in 2006 in British Columbia, recounts the unforgettable experience of two brothers during a camping trip.
Quick, stay back!
The footage, recorded by one of the brothers, initially captures a large dark figure in the distance, prompting them to assume it was a bear. However, upon closer examination, they quickly realized it wasn't a bear at all, prompting a hasty retreat. Upon returning to the same spot later on, they discovered massive footprints in the ground, resembling those of an exceptionally large creature. In the first video, The brothers describe seeing a dark figure behind the bushes, standing at an imposing 6 feet tall, hunched over, and seemingly fixated on them. However, upon their return, the figure was nowhere to be found. While some speculate it could have been a massive black bear, the footprints they discovered cast doubt on this theory. Could this encounter have been with Bigfoot or something even more ominous? The mystery remains. Animal instincts are a powerful thing, and this video shows exactly why you should listen to them, and maybe your gut too.
When suddenly, they all started acting strange and running away.
Nope.
The clip features a woman caring for her horses in a field bordering a forest. As she films them, a sudden wave of panic erupts. Her horses, usually calm grazers, start acting wild-eyed and frantic. Some even collapse in terror, their whinnies echoing across the field. Puzzled by their behavior, the woman listened intently and heard a deep, ominous moaning sound coming from the distance. Intrigued and perhaps a bit unnerved, she followed the sound until she came upon an abandoned silo in the distance. At the sight of the silo, a strange feeling gnawed at her gut, and then it started. Loud banging noises erupt from the silo, confirming her worst fears. Knowing she needs to get out of there fast, the woman wisely decides to leave. The video cuts out here, leaving us with a chilling mystery and a valuable lesson. When your gut screams danger, listen.
Nope.
Science fiction getting a little too real. This next video might make you question the fabric of reality itself. Forget Hollywood portals and wormholes. This video features a real-life phenomenon that has the internet buzzing. The clip, captured on an ordinary evening, showcases a sight that's anything but ordinary. In it, we witness a glowing ring suspended in the sky. The ring emits a bright, luminous glow and is perfectly circular, accompanied by strange smoke emanating from its periphery. It bears a resemblance to those mysterious black rings we've seen popping up in the sky on the internet. But this one is a glowing white color. People who've seen this video are buzzing with theories. Some speculate it could be a portal to another dimension, while others suggest it's some weird type of cloud formation. Without further research, it's hard to say for sure what it is. However, if I ever saw one above me while I'm outside, I'd probably entertain the thought that I'm being abducted by aliens. Chickens may not be the first animals that come to mind when you think of hypnosis, but this next video presents a curious farmyard phenomenon.
Hypnotize a rooster. Ready? So you hold him like this. Watch Tooster's body. Watch this. Watch his body. Oh my gosh. Watch.
Yeah, you saw that. This rooster just got hypnotized. And trust me, it's a sight to behold. This video was captured at a chicken farm, where the farm owner's neighbor waltzed in with some serious hypnotism skills up his sleeve. They picked out a brave rooster, laid its head on the ground, and drew a line in the dirt right in front of its face. And just like that, the rooster went limp, as if its body was under some kind of magical spell. Now, here's where it gets even crazier. When the owner removed the line, the rooster snapped back to reality and attacked his hand in a hilarious twist of events. Talk about a feathered frenzy. Sure, it may sound like something out of a cartoon, but this hypnotism technique is legit and gaining popularity on the internet. Just remember, folks, while it may be tempting to try it out on your neighbor's rooster, let's leave the hypnosis to the pros. After all, we wouldn't want a chicken uprising on our hands. Now would we? Recorded in 2007, this clip was uploaded by two mountaineers who were left wondering about what they had just captured on camera. They had been wandering through the snow when something strange occurred. They spotted a living, moving creature in the middle of nowhere, in a place where the two humans present were barely breathing due to the high altitude in the mountains of Nepal. This creature was navigating the snow as if it was no big deal. It looked like another human being. However, you quickly spot the distinct features, like being covered entirely in fur and being a lot more massive. Towering above the altitude, it couldn't possibly be a local. The creature was massive and completely covered in thick black fur, which confused the climbers. If it wasn't human, the only logical explanation they could think of was that it might be a Yeti. Even to this day, people have proposed various theories about the creature, but not a single one has been proven, leaving the mystery unsolved. Could these mysterious creatures inhabit the mountains of Nepal? I am very keen on believing that these creatures exist somewhere in the world, and they are relatives of the known Bigfoot, more accustomed to these snowy landscapes. Imagine deciding to cross a lake, not considering the worst-case scenario. Unbeknownst to you, the worst-case scenario may be lurking still in the water, waiting for one wrong move. This is precisely what could have happened to a man if he hadn't been wearing polarized glasses. Before stepping into the water, he decided to put them on, and what he saw sent shivers down his spine. A giant alligator was peacefully floating under the water, waiting for prey to approach. Just look at the terrifying difference with or without polarized glasses. Without them, you'd have no chance to know that something deadly is waiting there. My advice to you all is to always take a pair of polarized glasses with you if you head out somewhere you know crocs or alligators are present. I have to warn anyone who enjoys playing with a strong laser pointers outside. This can get you into trouble, especially if you point it up in the sky at some passing aircraft. Take a look at this video of this incredibly smart guy who decided to point his strong laser at a passing aircraft, and not just a random aircraft, a military plane. I can't say for sure whether this is the camera from an AC-130 or other aircraft, but this is for sure the military, as we can understand from the audio.
SAC, Air 21.
Air 21, go ahead.
Yeah, two things. UTL on the gun, and right now we're getting hit pretty good with a green laser.
11290 Charles, we're out to CJ. Air 21, copy UTL on the gun.
Just look at how persistent this guy is in being annoying. The funny thing is that this guy gets what he deserves, as the aircraft notices authorities about this incident, and we can immediately see the consequences. Police cars quickly arrive at his house and arrest him. So remember folks, don't mess outside with strong light, especially if you point them to the sky.
Right on, you guys are awesome. Thank you.
433, go ahead.
Ever feel a prickle on the back of your neck? A sense you're not truly alone. Maybe it's just a draft, or perhaps something more. This spine-chilling video, captured by a security camera in a hallway, documents a truly bizarre encounter. Watch closely as a woman enters the hallway, seemingly absorbed in her phone. Suddenly, without warning, a pot inexplicably topples over at the far end of the corridor. The woman halts in her tracks, visibly startled. And then it happens. A swift, unseen force rushes past her, disturbing her hair as if carried by a gust of wind. The woman's reaction speaks volumes as she bolts from the scene in terror, leaving behind a lingering sense of unease. What was that unseen presence? The woman's apprehension suggests she felt its presence even before it made its presence known. Some may argue it was merely a draft, but how could a breeze find its way into a closed-off hallway with such force? It's a puzzling and unsettling incident, one that leaves us grappling with questions and searching for answers in the realm of the unexplained. Now fasten your seatbelts, alien believers and skeptics alike, because this next video is a real head-scratcher.
What the
Captured in San Diego during the night, this mesmerizing footage reveals a massive white glowing smoke trail ascending into the sky. The smoke takes on a weird pointy shape, with a brilliantly illuminated object at its tip. Onlookers who witnessed this phenomenon were left bewildered, unsure of what they were witnessing. Speculations ran rampant on the internet, with some suggesting it could be a space rocket test. Others proposing it might be a meteoroid, and a few daring souls even entertaining the notion that it could be an alien spaceship. As for me, I find it both captivating and eerie, a breathtaking display against the backdrop of the night sky. But without definitive answers, the mystery only adds to its intrigue, and perhaps a hint of apprehension. Our planet, particularly its oceans, holds a treasure trove of mysteries, with only a tiny fraction explored. And this video offers a glimpse into what might be lurking in the vast uncharted depths. What you just witnessed isn't a creation from a Pixar film, but a genuine creature discovered washed up on a beach. It's like something out of a bizarre fantasy tale, a fish with the face of a horse. This creature sports a weird mashup of horse-like features on its face, coupled with the body of a fish. But wait, it gets even more spine-chilling. Those two large, sharp fangs protruding from its mouth are enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. And if that wasn't enough to fuel your nightmares, the rest of its teeth resemble those of a horse. As if plucked from the depths of our wildest imaginations, this creature appears eerily dried up, as if it's been stranded on the beach for ages. Some might even argue it looks too perfect, almost like a meticulously crafted plastic figure blending the features of a horse and a fish. Now, I'll admit I can't help but entertain the thought that maybe, just maybe, this could be a man-made creation. But hey, I'm just sharing my thoughts for the sake of my own sanity. Ready to witness a real-life nightmare? Brace yourself, because this video is about to take you on a terrifying ride. Believe it or not, what you just witnessed isn't a scene from a Hollywood blockbuster, but a chilling recording of a hurricane in action. The devastation is unimaginable as the raging storm engulfs an entire city, transforming it into what resembles a vast sea. Amidst the chaos, an eerie siren wails in the background, heightening the sense of dread and adding to the nightmarish atmosphere. But the nightmare doesn't stop there. The camera zooms in, and we see this huge, shadowy figure lurking in the hurricane mist. It's like something out of a monster movie. This scene is seriously chilling. Whether it's real or just movie magic, it's enough to give anyone goosebumps. Sweet dreams might be hard to come by after seeing this. People say we might be living in a kind of virtual reality. and sometimes strange things happen that just can't be explained. But this video takes the cake.
He looks like he has no head. I'm trying to look at something. I don't know. But he has no freaking head.
Yep, you're seeing it right, that's a camel without a head. This video is downright bizarre, showing something that's hard to wrap your head around. In the footage, we see a camel casually strolling along. But here's the shocking part, it's missing its head. There's no head, no neck, nothing. It's like something out of a surreal dream. Even the person filming is puzzled by this strange sight. However, at the end of the video, it turns out it's all just an illusion. In reality, the camel's head is actually bent completely on the other side of its body, away from the camera. The head is totally hidden from view, making it look like the camel is walking around headless. That nearly gave me a heart attack. It just goes to show, sometimes reality can be stranger than fiction. Believe in the Loch Ness Monster, or are you more of a skeptic like me? Either way, this video is sure to give you goosebumps when it comes to water. Recorded by a group of hikers from Canada, this footage reveals a mysterious creature swimming in a lake. As it surfaces, the creature appears long and daunting. Also, from the distance captured in the video, it looks massive, like its body resembles that of a snake, with a fish-like tail trailing behind, and the ripples it creates on the surface suggest it's both hefty and powerful. Now, people online are tossing around all sorts of wild theories. Could it be the Loch Ness Monster or something similar? But personally, I'm not so sure. Maybe it's just an oversized fish or something else entirely. Then again, who knows? I'm just trying to keep my sanity intact with a bit of speculation. If swarms of insects give you the creeps, you might want to think twice before watching this video. What you're seeing isn't sand. Those are millions of baby crabs swarming through a neighborhood on Christmas Island. These tiny creatures are as small as ants, and they're covering the ground in a massive swarm. Just look at them. It's enough to send shivers down your spine. But why are these baby crabs doing this? Well, it turns out this is part of their annual march. Every year, for 9 days straight, these baby crabs embark on a journey back to their forest homes on the island. Meanwhile, during breeding season, adult females make the opposite trek to lay their eggs in the ocean. So while it might seem weird to see them marching through neighborhoods like this, it's actually a natural process for them. Still, it's hard not to feel a little creeped out by the sheer number of them. This next clip from Papua New Guinea shows the horror that divers face, especially in the depths of the ocean. Venturing to a depth of 57 meters in the Papua New Guinea Ocean, 2 divers set out on an exploration mission. As they were documenting their surroundings, one of the divers ahead sensed something approaching from a distance. Suddenly, a shark emerges in the frame, charging towards the diver with intent to attack. In a split-second reaction, the diver uses their leg to fend off the shark, and miraculously it works. The shark changes its trajectory, leaving the diver unharmed. It's a heart-stopping moment, and thankfully the diver's quick thinking and the shark's relatively mild aggression averted what could have been a disastrous underwater encounter at such a depth. The ocean depths hold many mysteries, and videos like this one serve as a reminder of the strange and fascinating creatures that lurk beneath the wave.
Claws, and the nails, and then the face. But it looks like it's been in a bag. Look at the teeth.
The creature seen in the footage is undeniably bizarre, with features that seem almost otherworldly. It possesses a furry tail, paws with sharp nails, and a face that appears to be partly skin. Its overall shape and appearance are pretty confusing, leaving viewers to speculate about its origins and identity. Identifying this creature from a single clip can be challenging. It could be a known animal that has decomposed in a way that obscures its features. However, the internet loves a good mystery, and this video is sure to spark lively discussions about what might be lurking in the ocean's depths. The comments section will likely be filled with speculation, ranging from known species to outlandish theories. If you have any knowledge that might help identify this creature, feel free to share it below. I've always been fascinated by trail cameras because they offer glimpses into the depths of the forest, capturing moments we could never witness otherwise. But every now and then, they catch something that leaves us scratching our heads and questioning what's possible. This footage, dated 2020, was taken by a trail camera set up in the Canadian woods to monitor the deer population. In the clip, it's nighttime, and a deer is calmly minding its own business in front of the camera. Suddenly, a strange, ghostly figure materializes in the background and glides past the deer. The deer also senses the presence of this eerie entity and turns to investigate. The figure appears to have a hunched humanoid form, moving in a way that eerily resembles a person's gait. Now, some skeptics might argue that it could be smoke from a nearby campfire, but why would it take on such a human-like shape and vanish so mysteriously? It's a puzzling and unsettling sight, leaving us with more questions than answers. A man in Georgia sets up a trail cam to keep an eye on his property. But instead of catching your typical trespasser, this camera captures something straight out of a sci-fi movie. The trail camera managed to snap a single image that's, well, pretty darn bizarre. In the photo, there's this strange glowing figure with what looks like wings wrapped around its arm. And it's holding something in its hands, kind of like a wand or a rod. The overall appearance of this figure gives angel or fairy vibes. Interestingly, the homeowner had previously reported witnessing strange glowing lights in his backyard. Although he alerted the local authorities, they dismissed it due to lack of evidence. Now, with this intriguing image, it seems there might indeed be something otherworldly lurking on his property. This next clip we got from TikTok really grabbed everyone's attention. And let me tell you, it's a real mind bender.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This like this looks like a person with his arm sticking out.
Shot in sunny California, this footage captures the moment residents of a quiet neighborhood were taken aback by something downright bizarre in the sky. Without skipping a beat, they whipped out their smartphones and hit record, aiming to capture this otherworldly sight. What they caught on camera was truly extraordinary. A strange, humanoid-shaped light hovering in the air. The object seemed to defy gravity, spinning in a mesmerizing motion. Its main body was a stark white, but it was surrounded by ethereal hues of blue and pink. Naturally, those witnessing this phenomenon were left scratching their heads, wondering what on earth they were seeing. As for me, I've been trying to come up with a logical explanation. Given the colors and the way it was spinning, my best guess is that it's some kind of experimental laser hologram technology being tested in the sky. But hey, I could be way off the mark. If it's not that, then what else could it possibly be? The possibilities are endless, and the mystery just keeps deepening. Back in 1980, a group of loggers stumbled upon something chilling while they were working on a chestnut oak tree, and the images they captured are enough to make your skin crawl. Look at that. Terrifying, isn't it? These photos reveal the mummified remains of a hunting dog, preserved in a remarkably eerie state. Despite being dried up, the dog's body surprisingly retains its flesh, almost as if frozen in time. Experts speculate that this unfortunate canine got itself into a predicament back in the 1960s, chasing prey up the tree only to find itself trapped and ultimately meeting its fate there. The unique conditions inside the tree trunk likely played a role in preserving the dog's body, akin to the mummification practices of ancient times. Following the discovery, the loggers decided to preserve this unsettling piece of history, dubbing it Stucky and placing it on display in their museum. It's a fascinating find, no doubt, but it's hard not to feel a pang of sadness when you think about the dog's final moments, struggling to escape, eventually succumbing to despair and meeting its end there. Truly a somber reminder of the mysteries that nature can hold. This next TikTok clip hails from Arizona, where locals were left scratching their heads after spotting a strange saucer-shaped object in the sky, sparking a frenzy of speculation about extraterrestrial visitors.
What the is that? Like, that is the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. It's like, it's so cool. What is that?
Uploaded in 2020, this brief but intriguing footage captures a real-life sighting of what appears to be a flying saucer. In the 11-second video, we see the mysterious object hovering amidst the clouds, its darker hue standing out against the backdrop. Understandably, the people who recorded this were both shocked and a little unnerved, pondering the possibility of an alien invasion. However, amidst the excitement and speculation, some netizens offered more down-to-earth explanations. One theory suggests that the object might be a weird cloud formation known as a lenticular cloud, often resembling alien spaceships. These clouds typically form around mountains, but can appear elsewhere, lending credence to the idea that what was spotted could simply be a natural phenomenon. Of course, it's easier to think of it as just a cloud, because entertaining the idea of alien visitors might be a little too out there. But hey, who knows? The universe is full of surprises. A motion detection trail camera tucked away in Delamere Forest, UK, recently captured some truly unsettling pictures that's been sending shivers down the spines of local hikers. This photo, snapped in the dead of night when the camera was triggered by movement, reveals a strange humanoid figure lurking in the darkness. With thick fur covering its entire body and an imposing height, this figure has left hikers on edge. Local hikers have reported similar sightings in the area, initially brushing them off as encounters with hairy animals. But now, with this unsettling image surfacing, fear has begun to grip the hiking community. In response to the sighting, multiple trail cameras were deployed in the vicinity, but this mysterious figure was never detected again. Speculations abound, with some suggesting it could be the United Kingdom's answer to Bigfoot, while others entertain the idea of a slender man-like presence. Without further evidence, it's impossible to say for sure. Yet one thing remains crystal clear. Whatever this creature may be, its presence instills genuine terror in those who dare to venture into the forest's depths. This next clip is a real eye-opener about the lengths dog owners will go to ensure their furry friends' safety and protection. And trust me, it's unexpected and intense. This heart-pounding footage was captured by a homeowner's Ring camera, and it's nothing short of terrifying. In the clip, we see the serene setting of a backyard, with a cute little dog happily strolling around. But then, out of nowhere, something in the darkness catches the dog's attention, and it takes off in a panic. Moments later, the dog comes racing back, fear evident in its barks, as it's pursued by a mountain lion. As the dog dashes towards the safety of the house, the mountain lion hot on its heels. The homeowner springs into action. With a mixture of adrenaline and determination, she rushes outside, screaming at the top of her lungs to scare off the predator. In a heart-stopping moment, she manages to snatch her dog away from the jaws of danger just in time. With her terrified screams echoing through the night, the homeowner bravely defends her beloved pet. And miraculously, her efforts pay off as the mountain lion retreats into the darkness. It's a truly harrowing encounter, but thanks to the quick thinking and courage of the homeowner, disaster is averted. Bigfoot, the age-old debate of whether they're real or just a myth. Me, well, I'm a believer, especially when I see videos like this one floating around the internet. This particular clip was snagged by a trail camera nestled in the dense woods of Northern California. In the video, it's nighttime, and the eerie atmosphere sets the stage perfectly. Suddenly, out of the darkness, we catch a glimpse of a strange humanoid figure hopping in an odd manner right in front of the camera. And just like that, it hops off and disappears into the woods. Now, take a closer look at this creature. Long, thick fur covering its body, standing tall with a humanoid stature. Sounds a lot like the Bigfoot sightings we've all heard about, doesn't it? But here's where it gets even stranger. There's a wooden cross sign planted right there in the middle of the forest. Now, who in their right mind would do that? Perhaps this cryptic creature has a spiritual side. Or maybe there's something else going on in those woods that we don't know about. Ever wondered how colored contact lenses might look in the dark? Well, prepare to be terrified because this TikTok video takes us on a chilling journey. Uploaded by a TikTok user, this video captures a girl demonstrating how her lenses appear in dim lighting. As she walks backwards into a darker room, her features start to shift. The seemingly normal contacts transform into something eerily glowing, giving her an unsettling, almost witch-like appearance. This video is a perfect example of how lighting can dramatically change how we perceive things. It's a fun reminder that sometimes a little extra light can make all the difference, especially when it comes to capturing yourself on camera. Of course, it also sparks the imagination. With a bit of creative planning, these glowy eyes could definitely be the foundation for a spine-tingling prank. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Believers in the paranormal, prepare to be spooked. Skeptics, this video might just have you questioning your stance. The strange clip comes from a security camera installed in a guest house hallway. The footage starts unremarkably, showing a quiet corridor with 2 closed doors. But then, things take a chilling turn. One of the doors creaks open on its own. As if that wasn't enough, a dark, shadowy figure emerges from the corner and drifts into the open room. This shadowy wisp is small and appears almost transparent, with an unsettling smoky blackness. But that's not all. The video cuts to another capture, this time in the guesthouse basement. The same dark entity seems to reappear, this time resembling a humanoid figure with discernible arms and legs. Could it be cleverly done CG? Or are we witnessing genuine paranormal activity? This video has sparked heated debate online, leaving viewers to decide for themselves. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, one thing's for sure: this clip will leave a lasting impression. Ever heard of a place so overrun with danger it has a name to match? Ilha Queimada Grande, or Snake Island, in Brazil, lives up to its terrifying reputation. This clip takes you to the coast of Brazil, to an island unlike any other. Imagine a place where rocky shores teem with thousands of slithering serpents. That's Snake Island. The video shows a fisherman casually casting his line from the edge of the water. But here's the terrifying twist. The shore he's standing on is actually a writhing mass of snakes. Everywhere you look, there are serpents, some basking in the sun, others slithering restlessly. The sheer number of these slithering creatures is enough to induce nightmares. And the fisherman, well, let's just say his nonchalant attitude as he pokes the snakes with his fishing rod. It's a terrifying scene, and just one wrong move could land you in a life-threatening situation. This island is a place where even the bravest adventurer would tread very carefully. This next clip from YouTube has got netizens on edge as it unveils a truly bizarre and alien-like creature washed up on a beach. Hailing from Miami Beach, this video was captured by a beachgoer who stumbled upon the bizarre sight of a massive spider-like creature sprawled out on the shore, with a whopping 14 arms and a body resembling that of a spider. This creature's sheer size is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine, even from a distance. Speculation runs wild among netizens, with some suggesting it could be a deep-sea creature washed ashore, while others entertain the notion that it might be of extraterrestrial origin. But personally, I have my doubts. Could it simply be a piece of wood, intricately crafted to resemble something out of this world? Regardless of its true identity, there's no denying the eerie impact this creature has had on those who've seen the footage. A friend duo on a road trip stumbled upon something truly bizarre, and trust me, it's not for the faint of heart. This eerie mass was discovered in St. Lucia, and let me tell you, it's pretty stomach-churning. In the video captured from inside the car as they drove along a forest road, we see a strange gut-like mass sprawled across the ground. At first glance, it appears to be a jumble of animal guts scattered on the road. But as the car inches closer, the weird shape and texture of this mass become apparent. According to some online viewers who've seen the video, it's speculated to be some kind of strange creature. Now personally, I didn't catch any movement or clear features to confirm that theory. But even if it's just a deceased creature, the odd shape and texture make it seem like something out of this world. Could it be an alien species, perhaps? China's technological prowess never ceases to amaze me, but I never imagined they'd be pushing the boundaries to the point of resurrecting extinct animals. Did that just blow your mind? Believe it or not, this isn't a real dinosaur. It's an expertly crafted animatronic brought to life by Chinese researchers. Just take a look at the texture and realism of this creature. It's like something straight out of Jurassic Park. And the sound effects? They're spot on. With dinosaur roars emanating from speakers cleverly hidden inside its mouth. But what really steals the show is its fluid movements. Watching it gracefully glide across the screen, you'd almost believe it was the real deal. It's a testament to the incredible advancements in Chinese animatronics technology. Now, I can't help but wonder what's next. Imagine full-scale replicas of dinosaurs roaming around. It's a thrilling thought and a testament to human ingenuity. When you're out on a forest hike, always keep an eye on your surroundings, or something like this might be lurking in the woods. The footage is from a hiker exploring the Canadian Acadian forest who noticed a hairy creature stalking him. Initially resembling a bear, the creature gradually reveals its distinctiveness. Its entire body has a humanoid appearance, and it's pretty massive, covered in thick dark brown fur. This creature fits the description of what many people consider the legendary Bigfoot. The way this creature stands still, gazing at the camera, is quite unsettling because we're uncertain about its motives. It might be just curious about the hiker, or perhaps it sees the hiker as potential prey. So, when you're in the woods, it's important to stay alert, as we can't be sure about the intentions of this Bigfoot-like creature. If the idea of Bigfoot stalking doesn't give you the creeps, this video has something even more unsettling. Recorded by a group camping in a forest, it captures a strange figure standing in front of the camera with glowing eyes. This watcher appears to have some sinister intent, and it's unnerving for the campers. In terms of appearance, this creature looks humanoid as we can discern its outline in the darkness, and it's quite human-like. The way its eerie, lifeless eyes stare at the camera genuinely frightens me. The darkness surrounding the creature adds an extra layer of unease. After recording the video, the group packed up and left, yet the creature remained, watching them. Whatever that creature was, it has made me swear off camping the forest forever. When we think of frogs, we often picture them as lazy, chubby creatures just sitting around, right? But have you ever seen them hunting? This video comes from a house in Florida and was recorded by a family member. In the footage, we see a view of a glass window, and on it, a large moth is strolling. The woman behind the camera is capturing this scene when suddenly, a frog jumps and attacks the moth. The frog swiftly bites the upper body of the moth, and half of it ends up in the frog's mouth. Witnessing this unexpected attack, the woman recording the video becomes surprised and fascinated.
Oh my god! I am filming!
Following the capture, the frog holds the moth in its mouth, and the internal liquid from the moth drips all over the glass window. Personally, I find the way the frog clings and holds onto the moth during all of this quite fascinating and intriguing. After watching this video, it becomes evident that frogs are not creatures to underestimate. This video is one of those that makes you question reality, because if it's real, it's unsettling to think about encountering such a creature on Earth. The footage, captured in the Russian mountains by a group of hikers, shows a truly eerie sight, a towering humanoid figure emerging from behind a tree. Despite the short duration of the clip, lasting only about 6 seconds, we get a clear view of this mysterious being. From head to toe, it's nothing short of terrifying. With slender, animal-like legs, a tail protruding from its back, skinny arms, a hunched upper body, and long hair cascading from its head, What adds to the fear factor is the creature's reaction upon noticing the hikers. It quickly retreats behind the tree, peeking out cautiously, as if trying to hide from view. The whole scene brings to mind the creatures from the movie Avatar, with their old-worldly appearance and behavior. Now, the big question, is the footage real? While it's impossible to say for certain, the texture of the creature and its seamless blending with the surroundings certainly make it seem authentic to me. But regardless of its authenticity, the mere thought of encountering such a creature sends shivers down the spine. This video gained considerable attention on the internet in early 2019, capturing what many viewers deemed a strange creature in the mountains. The footage features a man recording the picturesque scenery of a lake surrounded by mountains. While panning the camera, a glimpse of a creature on the rocky mountain comes into view. Upon closer inspection, it becomes apparent that the creature was stalking the cameraman from a distance. Initially resembling a bear, a more detailed look reveals a head shape unlike that of a bear. Instead, it appears humanoid. The creature seems to have thick black fur covering its head. However, as soon as it senses being spotted by the camera, the creature swiftly runs off into the mountains, concluding the video. In my opinion, this creature bears a striking resemblance to the legendary Bigfoot. What are your thoughts on it? Watching those slimy alien creatures in movies may give us the creeps, but it's a relief knowing they're not real. Or are they? This video, captured by a homeowner, reveals something unusual gliding in his backyard. This creature resembles a slime, and its entire body seems to move independently. As it slides, it leaves behind a wet trail, adding to the mystery. The unsettling part is its body, which looks like a composition of multiple creatures stacked on top of each other. A plausible explanation could be that it's a collective of some kind of worms moving together in a group. However, if that's not the case, there's a chance these creatures are not from our world, suggesting the possibility of alien life. If the previous creature didn't seem alien enough, we have another one straight from the grounds of Taiwan. In this video, recorded by a local, we come face to face with a weird stringy creature. At first glance, it may resemble entangled tapeworms, but a few seconds into the video reveals a different story. This creature is truly unusual, with a long main body that looks like a tapeworm or a similar type. What makes it particularly unsettling is the presence of string-like formations around it. Some viewers suggest it's a tapeworm entangled in black, string-like elements. But to me, it seems like those are just parts of this creature's body. Whatever this creature may be, I wouldn't want it near me in any circumstances, because you never know what they are capable of. A security camera, hidden deep in the woods, captures a deeply unsettling sight. According to the owner, no one was there besides him, and the area should have been deserted. Yet, there is something there. It's undeniably humanoid, yet walks with an unnatural, uneven gait. The figure appears skeletal, impossibly thin. Could it be a lost soul? It's swift and moves with purposeful steps. What lurks in the shadowed corners of the night? Is it a creature of folklore or something far more sinister? This encounter is a stark reminder. The wilderness teems with secrets, and sometimes ignorance is its own kind of safety. Our last clip hinted at horrors, lurking unseen. This one will leave you questioning the very reality. Buckle up for a dashcam capture that'll make you rethink those late-night drives. Giants, are they merely the stuff of legend, or is there more to the tales? This footage might just sway your opinion. Did you see that? A colossal figure sprints across the road, towering abnormally high, reaching halfway up the trees. Humanoid, yes, but with staggering size and an unsettling gait. This isn't the friendly giant of childhood stories. This is nightmare fuel. Imagine the sheer terror of the driver, witnessing this behemoth emerge from the darkness. The clip is a chilling reminder that sometimes the most horrifying creatures aren't figments of our imaginations. They're very real. Maybe double check those car door locks before your next journey. Stories of the underworld, of souls trapped in eternal torment. Those were just tales to frighten children, right? Old myths from a time before deep excavation and modern technology, or so we thought. But this video might challenge those assumptions. Listen closely. Those moans, those cries. Almost like someone pleading, writhing in agony. What could create such sounds? Are the legends of the underworld more than mere fables? Is there another dimension lurking just beneath our feet, occasionally bleeding into our own? This encounter has me questioning everything. The unseen horrors above, and now those possibly lurking below. It seems neither the darkness nor the depths offer any true respite. Those first two clips were disturbing enough. This one, it's absurd. Frankly, I doubt it's real. But if it is, we're all in trouble. How can anyone live with this level of uncertainty and potential horror lurking in the shadows? Look at that. The whole thing screams fake. That figure. It looks like a person in some cheesy white costume, trying way too hard to be creepy. The jerky movements, the sudden turns, it feels staged, and the editing seems suspicious. I'm calling it, this isn't real. Let's hope I'm right, because if it is, this is crazy scary. Honestly, it gives me a newfound respect for everyone who chooses wilderness living. Unknown flying objects. They're more fascinating than terrifying, right? They hint at the ultimate answer. Are we truly alone? So, naturally, I'm always intrigued. This clip is a strange one, though. It seems to be filmed by a kid on a plane. See those flashes of light? Did they just zip around the plane in the blink of an eye? Or is something tricking our eyes? Clearly, there are 3 distinct lights hovering, but the kid isn't freaking out. Maybe he doesn't grasp what he's seeing. Oddly, none of the other passengers seem to notice either. Whatever this is, it doesn't feel staged. It's just a kid, fascinated by some strange lights. So, what are they? A trick of the light, or are we looking at alien technology? It's thrilling to think other intelligent life might be out there, advanced enough to visit us. From the mysteries of outer space to the ones right under our noses, Bigfoot. It seems like such a creature should be easy to confirm or deny, right? Yet, after decades of sightings, we still don't have definitive proof. Of course, a lack of evidence doesn't mean something doesn't exist. Every now and then, clips like this emerge, adding another piece to the puzzle.
What is that?
Whoa!
That is Bigfoot.
We're making history, Kate.
Are you sure?
Well, what does it look like to you?
This family, enjoying a picnic, captured something fascinating. The reactions seem genuine. You can hear the excitement in the kids' voices. If it's staged, it's a convincing one. So, Is that truly a Bigfoot? Why does it seem to be deliberately hiding? If these creatures are real, why are they so elusive? And why with so many recordings? Are there no videos of Bigfoot attack? So many questions. Let's just hope this clip is authentic, offering a glimpse to satisfy our curiosity about these legendary beings. Ever gotten a visit from the Tooth Fairy? Sure, maybe it was just your parents. But what if those stories held a kernel of truth? Buckle up, because this might just make you reconsider. What are we looking at? It's a human skeleton, found in a falcon's nest. Yes, it was found in a falcon's nest, a tiny human skeleton. Only about 7 centimeters long, the size of your finger. Compare it to that hand, and you'll see what I mean. So still convinced there's no such thing as fairies or pixies? If not, then how do you explain this? It makes you wonder, what other secrets might nature be hiding right before our eyes? Cooperation and helping one another. That's how we all get along. Take a look at this. It's proof that humans can do good, even for our wild neighbors.
Там легко говорить нахуй, он тут провалился, пиздец.
How did this poor deer get itself wedged like that? Its cries for help are heartbreaking.
Как вот ты попался?
Thankfully, these folks were there. Without them, it might not have survived. The man has a plan. He's going to loosen the cliff trapping the deer. With a bit of effort, he succeeds, and the deer is free. It takes a tumble onto the ice, but seems unhurt. See how it runs, rejoicing in its freedom. This is a great reminder that compassion shouldn't stop with people. We share this planet. Let's take care of all its inhabitants. We've witnessed the beautiful, the terrifying, and the compassionate. Now, let's close on a truly bizarre note. What is this? It resembles an old man with strange markings, or perhaps ritual makeup. But that's completely wrong. This appears to be a newborn goat, with the strangest face imaginable. Nature, what happened here? I can't even find its mouth. And those eyes, they look painted on, as if it was born without any. If not for this video, describing it wouldn't even come close to the reality. It leaves you wondering, what other unimaginable oddities does Mother Nature have in store? Bigfoots have remained a mystery since forever. Again and again, people spotted them in the darkest and deepest places. But there are times when Bigfoots are spotted roaming around in the wild in broad daylight as well. For instance, take this video recorded in 2006 by a man named Harley Hoffman, where a Bigfoot was spotted on cameras as he was recording the area. It was huge and had its whole body covered with black hair. The creature, or the Bigfoot, was going somewhere in quite a hurried manner, and the man had to be safe while getting a proper glimpse of it on camera as well. So even though a small chunk, it shows the creature in the most vivid manner. If we talk about the authenticity of the clip, for me, the way the creature was moving and its appearance give the video a genuine look. What do you think? Night has always held secrets beyond our imaginations. For the curious who wander in the deepest regions just to uncover secrets, sometimes things get way scarier than they had ever imagined. For instance, these guys were out at night for a late drive, enjoying the narrow road between the thick bushes and high trees. However, as they moved forward on the path, they saw a creepy figure that sent shivers down their spine. It looked like a person covered in a brown robe, standing on a corner. It did not move at all as the car passed by it. However, the men in the car were surely shaken by this. Also, if we zoom in, I think I can make up a cross around the figure's neck, which makes now the whole individual to appear as a monk. Could this be the ghost of a monk who lost their life in a violent way around those places? What do you think? Just as I mentioned, people love wandering in the deepest regions and many times come out traumatized. Take these, for example. These people had heard about an abandoned tunnel from the World Wars and knew about the rumors of the tunnel being haunted through the locals. But that did not stop them from leaping into the deep tunnel and wandering around to look for any treasure they were supposed to find there. However, instead of what they were trying to find, they encountered a weird figure. In the tunnel, inches away from them, a human-like figure appeared as if walking away from them, and then disappeared in a moment as well. It looked like a human wearing a white uniform. Could it be the lost soul of a military medic? The men turned back and ran away, and the mystery of the ghost remains the same. Whether it was an altered video or whether they actually captured a ghost is a question which remains unanswered, and I will leave that to you to decide. Encountering something unknown can be terrifying all by itself, but being stalked by an unseen presence adds a whole new layer of unease and dread, and this video captures that feeling perfectly. In the footage from a YouTube channel, we're faced with something straight out of a nightmare. The video shows a kitchen window seen through a security camera. At first, everything seems normal, but then something unsettling happens. From the bottom of the window, a head-shaped figure appears, slowly revealing itself. It's an alien-like head with a disproportionately large forehead and two chillingly large eyes. What's truly terrifying is how it peeks into the house, almost as if it knows it's being watched, and then it locks eyes with the camera, as if acknowledging its presence. For a whole minute, this alien creature lingers, peering into the kitchen with an eerie smile on its face. It's hard to shake off the feeling that it's not just curious. There's something more sinister at play. Is it hungry, or does it have even darker intentions? The way it stares into the camera leaves a lingering sense of dread, making you wonder what it's capable of. Remember those days when we all watched Pokemon cartoons, dreaming of owning one of those amazing creatures? As we grew up, we realized it was all just make-believe. But guess what? This video challenges that belief. In the clip, a fisherman shares something incredible he found in his net. It's a creature straight out of the Pokemon world. This thing has a head with only one eye smack in the middle. The fisherman gently turns it around, revealing a shell on its back, much like a turtle's. Yes, it's a turtle, but with a twist. That single eye makes it stand out from any turtle we've seen. I got curious and did some research. Turns out there's something called cyclopia. It's a rare condition where a creature is born with just one eye because their eye sockets didn't divide properly before birth. So what we're seeing in this turtle isn't just a cool Pokemon lookalike. It's a real creature with a rare condition. But as cool as it might seem, we need to remember that conditions like cyclopia can make life hard for these creatures. Simple tasks become tricky when you have such unique physical traits. It's a reminder that reality can be just as surprising and strange as fiction. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. I stumbled upon this video, buried deep within Reddit. And let me tell you, the first time I laid eyes on it, I was genuinely shocked to see something straight out of my nightmares become a reality. The clip was captured at night by a friend duo while traveling down a deserted road in Pakistan. As they drove along, they suddenly spotted something eerie hovering above the ground. It's creepy, almost like a grim reaper suspended in midair. The driver cautiously continued past it while recording, and we get a clearer view. It appears to have legs and a somewhat humanoid shape. As the car passes beneath it, the entity remains ominously suspended, resembling a dark cloud during a thunderstorm, but with a chilling presence. It is an incredibly strange and terrifying sight for both the viewers and the drivers present. To me, it resembles a dark, ghostly creature, emanating a powerful, sinister aura. What are your thoughts on this spine-chilling encounter? Ever had that feeling that maybe, just maybe, there are signs from a higher power? Well, they might not always be crystal clear, but this clip captures a giant signal seemingly straight from above. In this footage, what you're witnessing isn't from a Pixar animated movie. It's real-life footage caught on camera. Up in the sky, nestled among the clouds, there's a massive hand-like formation. It's surreal, with 5 distinct fingers and a palm, each finger gradually decreasing in size and ending in a point. The sun's rays shining from behind add to the dramatic effect, almost as if the hand is a divine message. Now, before we jump to conclusions, let's consider some facts. While the scene is undeniably mesmerizing, it's likely just a peculiar cloud formation playing tricks on our eyes. It's not uncommon for sunlight to create illusions, especially when viewed from different angles. Moreover, our brains have a tendency to spot familiar shapes in random patterns, sometimes leading us to believe there's more significance than meets the eye. So, while it's tempting to interpret this spectacle as a message from above, it's essential to approach it with a healthy dose of skepticism. After all, not everything that looks divine is necessarily so. From the natural world to the realm of the unexplained. This is drone footage from Evergreen Cemetery in Arkansas, filmed under the cover of darkness. Some background. There's a statue of a young woman at the entrance. Legend says that she grieves the loss of her child, her restless spirit wandering the cemetery. The drone operators claim to have heard eerie cries and moans. Focus on the pillar. Did you see something? Let's look again. A figure, seemingly female, crouches low, then rises and fades into the darkness. No sane person would be out here alone at night. And did you notice? She appears almost translucent, vanishing as if made of smoke. It's enough to send chills down your spine. Now, try getting any sleep tonight. We've witnessed nature's destruction and beauty. Now let's see its unsettling strangeness. This video comes from an Australian beach. Brace yourselves. What is this creature? It appears to have been dead for some time, but its form is utterly bizarre. Those teeth, one bite could sever a limb. The body almost fox-like, but tapering into a fish-like form, ending in a thin tail. It's a monstrous hybrid, a macabre twist on the mermaid myth. Our oceans are so vast, holding countless secrets. Even with centuries of exploration, we still discover creatures like this. It makes you wonder what other terrifying things might lurk undiscovered in the depths. Let's be grateful that this creature is dead. I wouldn't want to encounter a live one. Nobody deserves that fate. For more strange and interesting footage, check this out.